Hey everyone, and welcome to RUBIN'S Mind Lab, where we break down the latest research into what it really means. Ever wonder if you and your friend are on the same wavelength when you talk, or why some conversations just flow better than others? Well, today we're diving into some fascinating new research that explores how we connect with each other through our words and action. This study asks a simple but profound question: how do we coordinate multiple parts of our behavior when we're just talking naturally? Think about it, you are not just speaking words, you are also adjusting your voice. Your head is moving, maybe you are gesturing, and you are watching your partner's eyes. Researchers wanted to see how all these different actions, these different forms of coordination, work together and what they mean for how well a conversation goes and how close you feel to the person you are talking to. So, what did they do? Imagine pairs of people sitting down to just have a chat. The scientists weren't giving them a specific task. It was just a free-flowing conversation, like talking to a friend. But while they talked, they were being closely observed using a bunch of cool technology. They tracked eye movements, head and body movements, and of course, they recorded the audio to analyze exactly what was being said and how it was being said. They collected a lot of data looking at things like how often people looked at each other, how their head movements lined up, and even the rhythm and pitch of their voices. After the conversations, they asked the participants how they felt about the interaction and their partner. But here is the really smart part: they also had trained observers watch the conversations and rate them. This gave them two perspectives: how the participants felt from the inside and how an outsider saw the interaction. They even messed with the situation a little. In some cases, people couldn't see each other. In others, they didn't know each other beforehand. And in some, they had a history of competing with each other before the chat. This was to see if these conditions changed how people coordinated. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What did they find? One of their main findings was that people really do coordinate a lot of different things when they talk, even in a casual chat. This means when you are talking, your movements, your gaze, and your speech patterns are likely to be matching up with your partners to some extent without you even realizing it. But the really interesting bit comes when we look at what these coordination patterns actually mean. The study found that the way people coordinate influences how successful the conversation is judged to be. And here is a key takeaway. It seems like external judgments observers rating the conversation were better predicted by these coordination patterns than the participants' own feelings. So, what specific kinds of coordination made a difference? They discovered that the way people coordinate their speech, especially things like using little conversational cues, called back channels, and other communication signals played a big role. These speech coordination patterns were linked to how good the conversation was rated, and even how people felt about their relationship with their partner. It seems like subtle adjustments in talking style and flow can really impact how we connect on a deeper level. Scroll-linguistic and structural coordination predicted conversation quality and relational outcomes.